Okay, this is an introduction to Google Calendar. I'm still a little sick, so my voice is a little scratchy, a little hoarse, but I'm going to try to work through this the best I can. So you have a Google Calendar when you signed up for a Gmail account. So if you get a new tab, whatever browser you're using, and you're logged into your Google account, you can go to the blocks, whatever you want to call them, your Google apps here. And when you click on that, you get calendar. Bring up your calendar. And this assignment is going to be linked to your next assignment, which is your Google website. You're going to create some events on this calendar, and then you're going to put that calendar on your Google site. So this is all linked. This is not a pointless exercise. So when you bring up your calendar, you probably won't have anything but maybe the holidays. So you can see here I have several different calendars. You can create a new calendar or just keep the one that you have. It should be your first and last name, okay? And then you can change the color that you want for this calendar to display. And then you also have settings where you can go in and change some settings, and we'll look at those settings later. All right, so what I want you to do for this assignment, very simple. I want you to create 3 different events. Your events can be a test, a quiz, a field day, a field trip. It can be anything that you want your events to be, all right? And so I'm going to show you how to create events, very easy. So I'm going to click on the date that I want it to happen, and this little box pops up. And so I'm going to say science test, right? Now here it's showing that this is going to be all day, right? I can add a time. I can say, nope, this is going to be at 10 o'clock. You can say all day, or you can change the time. Does not repeat, right? Then here you can add guests if you want to. Like if this were a meeting or something, you would probably add guests, but you don't have any. This is a nice feature. If you are setting up meetings, you can add a Google Meet video conference right here. If you click on it, it gives you the information for the meet. You can simply click that copy button and send it to whoever's attending your meeting. Again, like if it's a meeting and you want to add a location, this is also really cool. If you type in the address, so I'll put in Spear Street. Then when they click on it, it will bring up, you can preview it, and it will bring it up in Maps when they bring it up. So that's kind of a cool feature as well. And then you can add a description or attachments here, which is what I did on your calendar. I added a little bit of a description and some attachments in there. And then this is the most important part. If you have more than one calendar, you have to make sure that you choose which calendar you want this event to show up on. And so I'm just going to leave it like that and say save. And there's my test right there. Let's say, oh, you know what? We're not going to take this test on Tuesday. We're going to take it on Wednesday. You just click and drag it and it moves. So that's a really nice feature as well. When you're over here, if you have more than one calendar and you don't want to look at all of them at one time, you can turn them off simply by clicking on them. And then your calendar becomes less crowded, or you can turn them all back on. So a few nice features here. Also, this is dynamic. So you know that in Wolf Den, I have the Google Calendar embedded so that you can see it. Anytime I make a change, that change automatically shows up on that calendar in Wolf Den. So it's a dynamic calendar. And I'm going to show you how that works once you set up your website and you create your events. So that's as simple as it is. I want you to create 3 events, whatever you want them to be, doesn't matter to me. And that's it. You're going to create your 3 events, and then we're going to use this calendar in your Google site.